There's a board underneath the door Tommy's working on to get out. Steve's setting our center grade pins. We want the center of this floor in between the drains a little bit higher than the floor drains. So you can see how the laser broadcasts a line right here. We have a nail set a 1/4 inch below that line. So when we take the laser away, we'll pour concrete right to the top of this, right to this nail. That'll give us a little bit of slope to the drain, not much. There's 2 car lifts going in this garage. One over this drain, one over this drain, and that's an open bay. Bring the truck into place. 3 chutes on, 4th one's flipped up to help them get in the door a little bit. Really hate to ding this metal, so just keeping an eye, helping the driver get in position. Always watch up top there. Tire. Steve put his chute on, pretty good. Looks good. We're setting our floor height. We're just giving them 1 inch of fall. We have the laser set up around the perimeter and broadcasting a beam. Top of floor drain. 1 inch, setting the last drain right here. Okay, so there it is. Cut the height. So we have these rubber gaskets that get put in there. They fit right over the pipe. And just press down. Want to check me for height here, Tom? There's some adjustment to the lid. Looks good. Okay, drains are set. This is the foam that I just cut. You can see how we're 45'd on the top, so concrete all the way to the wall edge, but we won't lose, we'll keep a nice thermal break. Putting the door sills on now. Sun will be coming up shortly. Okay, here goes the sill. 1 continuous length right to our laser marks, about a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch below our laser marks. That'll give us a little bit of fall on the outside of the concrete. No 1.5 inch lip on these, just a tapered sill. Concrete's due any minute, about 10 minutes. Okay. Getting into the back wall, work our way out the bay, jumping to the next door. This concrete has fiber mesh in it. The wire is just there to hold the tubing in place. Over there behind Steve is a gauge. There's about 20 psi of air in this tubing. If we poke a hole in it, we'll know it right away. We have never broken one yet. Ever. All right, I'm going to jump in that corner and start floating the wall. Have a minute. Here's a good angle for straight edging. See how his ends are all the way down. And then he'll go ahead and move back. But you want to make sure those ends are down. You don't want to get a hump in that, and you'll trap water at the floor, at the wall. You want everything on the floor to be a nice, straight, even plane right to the drain. See how he leaves a little line there at the end? Then he knows he's down. First truck's cleaning up, number 2's not here yet. I think the truck is just about empty, but we had plenty of concrete, and that's all that matters. All right, a little bit of cleanup. We'll be on the floor troweling shortly. Okay, Jim's about done bull floating. Slow and flat makes it a lot easier on the finishing. When you get these ridges here real high, they're hard to rub out. Sometimes you can see them, so slow and flat. Just cleaning up the chutes. We just take one off at a time, help the driver get cleaned up, loaded, on to the next job. All right, that was a nice quick pour to get this Monday morning started. 19 yards, went pretty good. I was a little worried we were gonna run short, but we didn't. He said he has about a wheelbarrow and a half left in the truck, so that's pretty close. We're gonna head back down to another job. Come on along. Thanks for watching Concrete with the Hosses. Okay, everybody, good morning. Thanks for joining the Concrete with the Hosses. Looks like the camera lens is fogging up a little bit. We are back over here at this project. We called it Home Sweet Home. We've been here for about a year. We poured these steps last year. We poured that pad last year, and we poured this connector drive earlier this year. Now we're going to get it all connected up, and we're going to get it poured right down below those steps. Steven's at the lumber store getting some 2x4s. Tommy, Matt, and Jim are finishing up the floor we poured this morning. I'm going to get my machine going and get this all pulled back. We have to run this exposed aggregate border around and connect down that side and down this side. Everything gets bordered. We're going to go down just below the walk, and then the owner is talking now. He wants us to take it all the way up to the street. So I don't know if we'll have time for that this year. We'll see what happens. But the guys will be here shortly. Trying to talk fast. Need to take about 3 inches off of this. Just a little bit up there where it meets the concrete, but other than that, this side's pretty good. We're going to come in right even with that step and work our grade real nice there. So I'll go ahead and get the machine off. Hey, I was looking for this. There's my Pop-Tart. Okay, let's get digging. Okay, there it is, all rough graded. As you saw, the guys showed up. I get plenty of comments on it, and I do realize that I didn't have to say a word. Right to work, they know exactly what to do. Perfect. Hasn't always been that way, but we are there now. A little bit of shovel work against there. I have rebar sticking out. So I didn't want to dig deep in there and damage those or crack the concrete. What else do I want to say? I don't think anything. We'll just go ahead and start getting some forms in place. Talk to you soon. Okay, there it is already. Couple more rebar poking out, 2 running the entire length. See you in the morning. Okay, there it is already. Couple more rebar poking out, 2 running the entire length. See you in the morning. Okay, good morning everybody. Steve and I just got done saw cutting the floor we poured yesterday. The guys just pulled the mixer in place. We are ready to go. Rain due at 10 o'clock. We're gonna have these borders poured, treated, and covered by 9. Just putting the rebar in place. 2 rods with some stubbies sticking out. We're in our main. Sorry, Steve. Got our expansion joint cut and ready to go. 10 yards should do this border. We're very flexible down here. We can stop 5 feet short on each side. We can do whatever we need to down there. Let's get started. All right. Now we want this nice and tight like it is. Picking these rods up. Nice thick border. Now you can run anything over here. It won't happen. Won't hurt it. Back up just a little bit. Try to save all that. We're gonna need it. All right, I'm gonna put the camera down. I gotta start floating an edge. Okay, almost 2 done. Our last one to go. Floating in pretty good. Getting in position, last footer. Not footer, border. Okay, home stretch. Now we're making the ends nice and even. Tony thinks we have enough to finish it, so we're good to go. Nice and tight. All right, right there. Get her done. Okay, right here, these pads are 12 foot. So we did 12 foot, strung it across so our cuts line up from each other. 12 foot. We gave them a little turn on the borders, helping us get around this bend. It may not make sense now, but it will whenever we do our cuts in our main driveway. That'll line up. That'll line up. All these cuts are in. We have to hurry. Rain's due in about an hour. All of our cuts are done. Our Ruggusol is ready to go. That's what we started with on this project. That's what we're going to stay with. Okay, concrete is all troweled. Just re-edging, reopening up the joints. We want that to be nice and true. Joiner and trowel for the joints. Wiping my lines out. Ready for surface retarder. Now that'll all wash off nice and clean.
Yeah.
I'm going to start spraying. This is our retarder we're using from Euclid. Rain is right there heading this way. Plastic's cut. Let's get her sprayed. There we go. Nice even coat, really saturating that surface. Hey, anybody check radar?
Not radar,
is it?
But my hourly said 25 minutes.
I'm getting all kind of warnings. I'd say go ahead and just start covering up.
Yeah, I just got a bunch. You have shovels out to lay the edges down? I'm looking right now.
Just make sure I don't miss any spots. Really saturate that surface. We cover with black plastic. That'll keep the top moist all night, and we'll be able to power wash it off real easy tomorrow, and it'll look right like that. Okay, I'm going to put the camera down and go ahead and get this all coated. But that's what we're looking for. A nice saturated surface, no bare spots. Right like that. Ready to cover. We're in the clear there. Okay, border sprayed, covered, and weighted down. I think high winds are coming in and lots of rain. Sky's looking pretty dark over there. About every 3 minutes, my phone's giving me a weather alert. Okay, ready to cover. Okay, we're putting the seam of the plastic. This is heading downhill. This one goes on top. That way no water runs underneath there. Same way the whole way down. Our overlap. Rainwater is going to run right down it. Getting this all weighted down. If the plastic touches this, not a big deal. Hurricane winds heading this way. Okay, last piece. Go ahead. Okay. Whew. Almost time to relax. Not quite. Need a hand? Okay, weighting that all down. Getting the tools loaded. Okay, rain is about an hour early. It's starting to rain kind of light, but it is here and it's here to stay for quite a while. No problem. We're all weighted down and protected. Tools are loaded. I think that's going to be it for today. See you tomorrow, everybody.